He wants to control your life. I want you to be free to live your life for your own purpose.
Welcome to Free Colorado News. I'm Ari Armstrong. On election day, I went to the parties of candidates Stephen Bailey, who ran for Congress against Jared Polis in the Boulder region, and Don Beezley, who ran for the State House. While Bailey was unsuccessful in his race, Don Beezley did win his election and will join the State Assembly in January. Here are interviews with those candidates, as well as other people who attended the election night party.
There's a lot of disagreements that we have with him. He does have a weird libertarian streak that shows up every now and then. I think that we can try to encourage that a little bit more. I think he'll be liberated by being in the minority. Yay! Yay! And hopefully he will feel like he can actually go more against his party to get things done that are more appropriate for people. And he actually said that when I said that multiple times, just about every time we were together, that he wants to control your life. That was the difference between us. He wants to control your life. I want you to be free to live your life for your own purpose. He said that that actually hurts him whenever I say that, because he doesn't feel like he believes that. So I think that we can work on him a little bit.
What we've lost in this country is freedom of capitalism, and we need more freedom of capitalism if we're going to get out of it, get where we belong.
You know, this is an exciting day. The mood, the reaction, people are waking up and wanting to defend their liberty. That's an abstract phrase, but in the money government takes from them and the way it controls their livelihoods and their choices, people are pushing back tonight. The activists shouldn't focus so much attention on the elections. They should focus on what government does after the elections. And so these newly energized people, the Tea Parties, their best contribution is not to become part of any party apparatus, but to be part of the grassroots base for liberty, to show up at the Capitol and push politicians to vote for less spending, less taxing, less controlling.
We've heard so much about how the budget's in trouble, but this year they're not just crying wolf. So the Independence Institute has had me working all summer on what we call the citizens budget, because we've come to recognize that the structure, how the legislature goes about creating the budget and the size of the spending has got to change. We know it has nothing to do with revenue. After all, New Jersey's #1 in revenue, New York's #2, and California's #6, and they're all in crisis. So what we've come with is a project to show how you can save nearly $1 billion in spending, still have the services people have come to expect from this state, but to do it right.
This is a turning point in American history. There's never been a time in my life that people have felt so much that the government is intruding on their own personal liberties.
After hearing him speak, I liked him. I thought, here's a candidate. After years of not really liking politicians, here's a candidate that I can believe in, that I like. I want him to win. I asked him, where do you stand on the issue of abortion? Because you are a Republican. And he said, I believe that what a woman chooses to do with her body is not my business, and it should not be the business of the government or politicians. So I said, well, I can support you.
I think they need to make the difference and go back to fiscal responsibility. We've strayed from our course, and we need to get back to the basics.
I can tell you that the man is principled, and he absolutely holds principle above party. And if the party is pushing a policy that violates his principles, he will buck the party.
I decided to vote for Hickenlooper kind of at the last minute, just because Tancredo and Dan Mays were just so icky. I totally disagree with their immigration stance on immigration. I did not like that they supported the personhood amendment.
About 58.6 reporting. Don's at about 51.3% to 48 and some change.
Check out my book about Harry Potter's heroic fight for values at valuesofharrypotter.com.